Mary J. Blige says she will never do a Verzuz. What up, words? Your boy Charles Brown back again talking facts. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. All right, man. So all you people that was hoping and wishing and praying for a Mary J. Verzuz, you ain't getting it because Mary says she ain't never doing it. Ain't no way, no how. And the reason she was doing this interview on a podcast. I don't remember what podcast it was, but she was asked, would she do a Verzuz? Would she consider doing a Verzuz, and who would it be against? And she said she doesn't like Verzuz. She went on to say that Swizz Beatz is her brother, and she respects what him and Timbaland did, but she don't like how they pit artists against each other. She also elaborated that it doesn't feel right to be on a stage with another artist saying, oh, this is my song, that song, just trying to prove something, and she feels she has nothing to prove, and I agree. I feel like, first of all, Verzuz is dead. Verzuz been dead. Right now it's a ghost. We say Verzuz as a ghost of itself. It's been dead since last year when they killed it, when the first thing they did was Swizz and Timbaland tried to sell it, and did sell it effectively. And then when they sold it, the people who bought it tried to charge for it. That's when Verzuz itself died, the initial Verzuz that we grew to love during the pandemic. Mary J. she has nothing to prove at this point, and it would be a step backwards to get on that stage and do a Verzuz with anybody. Now, with that being said, it's always fun to imagine, right? Who would it be that could even match up with Mary J? Mary said she could just put her album on. She could just put My Life on and walk away, right? She said, I don't even need to go up there and prove nothing. I don't need to go song for song. I can just put My Life on and just walk away, and that's facts. She could just play the first song and leave, and it'll do the talking for her. She don't need to prove nothing to nobody. But you know how the internet is. You know what we do. We start to figure out, well, what if she put that record on? Who could bounce back with something to compete with that? Because it's all in fun. Like, at the end of the day, when we fell in love with Verzuz, it was because it was for fun. And it was for the love of the culture, right? And I'm gonna try to figure out 5 names that could even come close. And they're gonna be females. I mean, we could do males and this and that, but we're gonna leave it in the same lane because it's just better to keep it with females, right? Mary has a long, illustrious career. And it ain't many people that's gonna rock with Mary J. Blige. Just a fact, right? But we're gonna try, right? Let's try. Let's try to name 5 names that would be very exciting to see on stage during a Verzuz with Mary J. Blige. I think the first name that comes to mind, which was already thrown about a year or two ago, that she was gonna Verzuz battle Toni Braxton. That would be an amazing battle. Mary J. Blige versus Toni Braxton would be absolutely phenomenal because Toni has a lot of hits just like Mary. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, Mary going to win that. No disrespect to Toni. Toni is the queen, but Mary catalog is just a little bit stronger, right? And that's what she don't like. She's like, I don't want to pit. It is pitting 2 people against each other. You're pitting her catalog versus her, who got both phenomenal catalogs, but you're pitting one against the other, right? Is all in love with the culture. But I think Mary would beat Toni. Another name that would be phenomenal, they actually 2 different, they kind of 2 different genres, but at the same time, they're beloved by the same community, which would be Mary J. versus Sade, right? That would never happen, but it would be fantastic to watch. The shift of tone in the room when those songs go back and forth. Mary J song, a Sade song, a Mary J. That would be a dope. Listen, that would be, we dressing up in tuxes and ball gowns, and we going to see this Mary J versus Sade because that's going to be some sexy, sexy night right there. Beautiful. I would love to watch that just to hear the music. They wouldn't even have to be on stage. They could just, somebody else could play it because that would be an amazing thing. Now, I can't even say Mary going to beat Sade or not. That wouldn't even, there's no winner in that. That's such a beautiful Verzuz. There ain't no winner in that, right? So then I would say the third person I would say would be Mariah Carey. would be a real problem for Mary J. Blige. Again, Mary J. Blige catalog is extremely, you know what I'm saying? She goes along, she can do you 2 hours for you, and it ain't nothing, the show ain't gonna stop. But Mariah got a lot of smoke. Mariah got a lot of smoke. It's a problem with Mariah. Mary would have a real rough time with Mariah. So that's 3 that I would love to see. Another one I would love to see would be somebody who not here to represent themselves. It could still be done, but it would have to be in a different kind of way. Mary J. Blige versus Whitney Houston. That's a real problem. That's a real catalog versus a real catalog. And them 2 chicks gave it their all. That would be an amazing thing to see. Music for music, Mary J. and Whitney Houston. That would be worth any type of time, effort to get to Madison Square Garden or wherever you have it to see that kind of event. And lastly but not least, there's so many people that I could name, right? You got Keisha Cole, and you got a whole bunch of people that's on that lane of Mary J. Blige. But there's one person that the Verzuz would be very, very difficult for Mary J. to do. And again, I don't want to pit people against nobody. But Mary J. Blige versus Beyonce would be a real serious problem. That would be a major event. That's not even something that literally would divide. It would crack the culture in half. It would crack it, and it would make it difficult to go online that night, because you wouldn't see nothing but your timeline would be nothing but Mary and Beyonce. You wouldn't get nothing else would breathe that night, right? And I would have to say Mary J. would have a real tough time. She can hang with Beyonce, but then after a while, it would be really, really difficult. And again, she was in the game, how many years before Beyonce? Man, I don't even know. But it would be a real problem for Mary J. to versus battle Beyonce. But I'm going to let you get in the comments. Let me know what you think. I love Mary J's music. I love all the women I named. I love all their music. And I think that we need to celebrate. It would just be a celebration. It wouldn't be no winner, no loser, because we all would win if that were to happen, right? But it would be an amazing night, and it would be an unforgettable night. Let me know what you think in the comments. Can any of them women beat Mary J, or could she beat all of them? And again, it's not about beating, but you know how Verzuz go. Somebody got to say, oh, that was a better catalog of that night, because you're only doing 20 songs. So it would be for us to say, for that night, they pick, because both of them got more than 20 records. But they can only pick 20 records. So we would say, out of that night, for them 20 records, who will win that? Let me know what you think in the comments. CLBMG. Every Wednesday night, we go live on 5 different social media platforms with Clash Brothers Podcast. Thursday nights, we got the Mixdown Podcast. A couple more podcasts on the way. I don't even know what to tell you. We got music, we got videos, everything. CLBMG. Go check it out. Don't Get Emotional Podcast. Go to the CLBMG Network. Check that out on YouTube. I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
CLB.